And I feed everybody. I'm not going to let the person hungry. But that don't mean I want it. So we're sitting outside. Yeah, Danny, of course, don't really care for animals, but make it funny. He would say, "Look at that baby crying."
Mr. Palmer, are you on the line?
Yeah, Judge, I'm here.
You might well keep him now, unless you haul him way off, because he'll come back. Oh, I'm sure they did. They do that all
Wait
the time.
about, 3 more minutes and wait on the other commissioners. I know they're in some heavy rain from down south, so we're gonna wait till 5 minutes after 10, and then we'll get started.
This is Gene, Judge. I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, good morning. Good morning.
Who's in that next St. John Road yesterday? The wreck at St. John Road?
Morning, man.
Oh, that was, Orwell, the kid. Yeah, it was horrible.
They said they tried to pass somebody that had it.
That's super sad, it was just, it was.
Huh?
You want to turn your mic back off or leave it on?
Is it on? Yeah.
And, but with road conditions, it's actually gonna be,
You ready?
Hey, Judge, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I wanted to, kind of remind everybody that, Ms. KK wants to start posting these things to the public. So just keep in mind that it is being recorded.
Okay. Thank you, Shannon.
Yep.
Okay, it's 5 minutes after 10, and, we're gonna go ahead and get started. It's, Tuesday, September 22nd, 2020, and, I'm gonna call the meeting to order. We do have a quorum here, and acknowledge any guests that's here today. And number one, we're gonna deliberate and consider action on the following items. Number one is a public hearing on 2020 tax rate, and that's, be presented by Ms. Melissa Birch. You gonna turn her on, Shannon?
I don't think I can. She just needs to unmute it from her phone. Let me try. Miss Melissa, just unmute your phone.
We still can't hear you, Miss Melissa.
That number,
try dialing in.
Yes, ma'am. Step in Melissa's office, tell her to unmute her telephone so we can hear her. Yes, so we can hear, okay. Okay.
Are you gonna call her, Shannon, or?
Yeah, I already did, and, I told her.
Melissa Burke?
I told her
Is
to.
now exiting.
I'm letting her in now.
Okay,
Now, let's see if he can unmute me. See, when I try,
We can hear you, Miss Melissa.
okay, all righty. I didn't have anything
Is
muted.
now joining.
okay, Miss Melissa, we're waiting on your report.
Okay. The proposed voter approval rate is 0.669317 per $100 of value. Is there anyone there with any questions, any concerns, taxpayers?
He's asking if anybody has any concerns about the tax rate that's here today. Hearing none, Miss Melissa?
Okay, actually, it's a negative $21.56 on a $100,000 home when you compare it to last year's tax rate, but because our values are more, the law considers it an increase. Okay, so no questions. I move it back to you, Judge.
Okay, thank you, Miss Melissa.
You're
All right,
welcome.
we'll move on to number 2 and approve the Newton County 2020 total of maintenance and operation tax rate of .2626450 per $100 of value. And so if you want to say anything about that, Miss Melissa?
That we've used the disaster at 8%, which the court voted on and approved. And we've had no objections. No one's called in. Everything seems good to go.
Okay.
Are there
Thank
any
you.
questions? Does the board have any questions?
I hear none.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Need a motion in that effect, and
So moved. I'll second.
so the motion's been made, and I'll read that aloud, exactly how that should be read. The motion is that I move that the maintenance and operation tax rate of .626450 for $100 of value be approved. Is there any discussion? And that was, made by Mr. Fuller and seconded by Mr. White. So, is there any discussion? Not, all in favor? How about you, Mr. Bombi, you in agreement?
I am, Judge.
What about Mr. Wesley Thompson?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, sir. You okay? All right, thank y'all. And, this is a 5-0, and it passes. Okay, number 3 is to approve the Newton County 2020 tax debt service rate of .042867 per $100 of value, and sign order to adopt the 2020 tax rate, total tax rate of .669317 per $100 of value. Ms. Melissa, you have anything to say about that?
Okay, the debt service tax rate is the exact amount that we need to satisfy the debt payments for 2021. .042867 for $100 of value is the exact, at 100% collection rate, what we need to satisfy our debt service payments.
Okay,
I'll pass it back to the judge.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I hear a motion to that effect.
So moved.
A second. Motion been made by Mr. Fuller and second by Mr. White, and I will read the motion as it need be presented to the court. I move that the debt service tax rate of .042867 per $100 of value be approved, and further move that we adopt the total tax rate of .669317 per $100 of value be signed in order, which is effective as 8% increase in our 2020 maintenance and operating tax rate. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
About you? Okay, what about you, Mr. Gary?
Yes, good, Judge.
Okay. Motion carried, 5-0. Okay, we're gonna move on to number 4, and it's, 2020 budget workshop, and that's by Ms.
I told Sherry I was gonna put her on the spot, she could just
we're gonna let Ms. Liz take over.
She needs to ask questions or whatever, but we haven't had time to really train on this, so I told her I was going to have payments. We've got our budget workshop, and we've adopted the tax rate. When we did the proposed budget, thankfully, people looked at it, let's see, 1, 2, 3, the 4th page, where we lay out the taxes, the tax rates were all right. The total, I had the typo, I put a 9 instead of a 6. So the total rate that we've got is the .669307. And that they added up right, the way it's all broke out is correct, it's just got put in the wrong number. That was the only thing I came across. All the changes we discussed at the last budget workshop are included in the budget. We had 4 or 5 things that we had talked about that were approved. We've got
Yes, Mr. Thompson, yes.
So we've got Mr. Jefferson and Mr. Collins from the History Center would like to talk about the part-time money that was in their budget, what they would like to do with that part-time money. And we've got the 2 new constables would like to speak on this. So I guess whoever you want to go first, Judge.
Okay, we'll just go ahead and let John or
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
yes, sir.
Members of the court, county employees, here representing the County Historical Commission. I don't think there's any question, but under the law, you're our boss. You appoint the members, 13 members of the commission. And as such, they make recommendations to you relating to the operation of the Historical Commission. We have certain things we have to carry out every year. I think we've done it over the years, done a good job. We appreciate the participation of the county by funding some of our operations. And we're here one of our part-time did retire during this year, and we would like to take those funds and put them into the full-time employee. We're talking about increasing her salary up to, I believe I've got a figure here we'd like to see. She has done a good job managing that. She works for 13 people. She works for the commission members. And so they have agreed that, we should come with this recommendation and see if you can take basically the total funds, that we had before, or this year, what's been budgeted for this year. And we would then take those funds from that part-time and put it into the full-time positions. Now, that was, we're suggesting 31,700 instead of the 24,000 something. Now, he had a lot of responsibility. This year it's gonna get even more. And I here also to remind this court and the employees of the county that we're looking for a birthday party. Yes, a birthday party. The court was advised in January, county's birthday party, 175 years old, April the 22nd. So we got to work on it now.
Yep.
She's gonna be busy, members of the commission, but we expect the county and county employees and the citizens of Newton County to be involved. So this is one reason that we're putting a real load on her. So we do request this increase, and also to here to remind you about the birthday party. And this won't be the first time or the last time. This hadn't been the first time, but this won't be the last time you'll be hearing from the commission to our bosses. That's y'all. And so, here, I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, I'll be trying to answer them. Now, I've got my interpreter. I probably won't be hearing what you're saying, but, John will tell me.
Sure.
So I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. I'm also happy to have a new auditor that just met us. And, I know we're going to have a good time together.
Yes, sir.
He and I, our auditor before, we always enjoyed working together. She didn't always agree, I didn't either, but yeah, I'll be glad to answer one question.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you for your time, and for the time to be able to present our position. If we do this increase, it'll be about the total fund of what first budget is for 2020. 2021 will be similar to what they are this year. We're not exactly figures, but there won't be much off what we're getting this 2020. Thank you.
Okay. You got any questions?
Well, where's that 31, where's that going, how does that compare to the other ladies?
This one is, it's in between second deputy's budget. It's in between us. First deputy is 32,811 and second deputy is 30,508, so we would be in between them. And the money was in there in 2020, and what I understood is, you know, there's a part-time money, so we would just go right back in there. If y'all agree.
Got any questions?
I was just wondering, is county in line with what we pay the others, and, I was wondering about, does the duties, are they gonna change any?
No, sir, it'll just be more,
Yeah,
of the same.
what was saying?
This should be right in line, it's just under the existing, like the deputies and stuff, he went to budget in deputy clerks, and what area they run, roughly 32 somewhere in there too. So, we'll on it now, that's all it is.
Mr. Thompson, you got any questions?
Not at this time, Joey.
How about you, Mr. Gary?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna express my opinion. Instead of bumping her up to 31.7, I think we ought to start her out at, what is it, second deputy?
Second is, 30,000, for 2021, it'd be 30,508.82.
And then that will give us some flexibility, and if she proves out to be what she is supposed to be, and, in a year or two, or whatever, if the court sees benefit to raise her up to the first deputy, I think it'd be in order, in my opinion.
I think we could be in agreement with that, just roughly what's the total.
It's, the, second deputy, Mr. John, is, 30,508.82. So this,
About 1,200, less than 1,200, 1,100, something.
I'd like to do that.
So y'all would
I'd like to do
kind of be in line with that?
Sounds reasonable to me.
Hey, Judge.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Hey, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Are they gonna ask for part-time, help next year?
No part-time help, for next year, no. That's according to John Jefferson.
Well, I mean, they need to make that determination.
Yeah.
Can they run it with one person or no?
Well, they do have some volunteers over there, but this is the only paid, employee they're gonna have. But they will have some volunteers, right? And what Mr. Sam was talking about is the anniversary of Newton County that they really gonna put on, well, I'm gonna express it, a show for next year. And she's gonna be working hard and heavy on that program.
Good.
Okay?
I'm good.
Okay, thank you, Gary. Okay, any more questions about? All right, we'll go on to the, what is it, constable?
we've got, two constable elects, two with Murray, two is Mr. Mitchell, and precinct 3 is Mr. White.
So are they online or they gonna come? So they asked you to,
No, they said they were gonna come.
Shannon, do you know if they online or not?
Who are we looking for again? Sorry.
We're looking for Mr. Mitchell and Sonny White.
I think me and Bill's already answered them questions.
Okay,
I don't see them on there.
I called Sonny White.
all right.
And I can brief you on what problem was, if you'd like to hear it. Or Dick, do you want to do it?
No, carry on, you're there.
The Mitchell was going to pay for his insurance, doesn't need the insurance.
Oh, it's done.
And that's what Master wasn't happy with the salary to start with. And we had some words that everybody didn't get over.
And that's what we've addressed already, in changing the employee handbook. That'll be worked on Thursday, so.
So do we need to put that to a vote, or that the government has been decided? Do we need to put that to a vote, or that to a vote? Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
Okay, I got some echo going on. Hey Shannon, can you cut that echo off?
I don't care.
That's weird. So when y'all, when we get down to adopting the budget, you would, when you make the motion, you would do with, adding, increasing the full-time for, the History Center like we talked about, and then, and that's the only change. So, and that takes care of the other problem, the other, question. So when y'all go to do, when we get to that point, then that's what y'all do.
Okay, any more, on the public hearing? Hearing none, we'll close that part and, we'll go to item number 6. And that's to approve and adopt the, 2021, Newton County budget and, with any appropriate action.
We just finished talking about.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. We'll make the motion to adopt it as all, and, but to include the changes.
You wanna make a motion?
Yeah, I make the motion that we adopt the 2021 Newton County budget. For the only exception is that we include, increasing the Historic Center, manager from part-time to full-time at second deputy rates.
So you increase the full-time to second deputy. She's already full-time.
Okay, she's already
Yeah.
full-time. We will increase the librarian, History Center, I'm sorry. We will, increase the History Center manager's salary from full-time to second deputy salary. Will be the only changes that we will make to the, 2021 budget proposal.
I second that motion.
Motion been made by Mr. White and seconded by Mr. Fuller that we adopt the 2021, Newton County budget with the changes made to the historical secretary being moved up to the,
Sonny.
second deputy position of 30,000 and what?
30,582.
508.82.
Yes.
Okay, is there any more discussion?
Hey, Judge, Mr. Sonny just dialed in. I don't know if y'all still need him.
We done closed out the, public hearing comment, now we're, approving and adopting the budget. And now that, it's been, motion been made and seconded, and is there any more discussion? Not, all in favor? How about you, Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. Gary?
Yes.
Motion carried with 5-0. Okay, I hear a motion to adjourn. Motion been made by Mr. Fuller and seconded by Mr. White that we adjourn. All in favor? 5-0.
Yes.
Yes.
Sonny.
Is now exiting.